Hello everyone. Okay, today we're going to talk about quadratic equation. It has a standard form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, so of course a cannot equal to 0 and both a, b, c's are constants. Because when a equals to 0, we have a first degree equation instead. So that's our standard form, okay? And quadratic equations are actually really useful. For example, if you know a rectangle, okay, so it has a length of x plus 5, for example, okay? And it has a width of x, and then you're given an area of 36. So you have 36 equals to x plus 5 times x, length times width, right? Then we factor it out, we'll get x squared plus 5x, okay, and we minus 36 on both sides of the equation equals 0. Alright, so now we basically have this equation in this quadratic standard form. Alright, our a is 1 in this case, and our b is positive 5, and our c is negative 36. Be careful about the signs. Alright, so that's just one of the many applications we have for quadratic equations. And there are many ways to solve quadratic equation as well. Today we're going to focus on the solution by factoring. Alright, so first we need to know this 0 property, it's called. Okay, it might not be something new to you, but it's just a name, okay, it's more standard. Okay, it has a. Okay, if we know a times b equals 0, and if, which means if and only if, a equals to 0 or b equals to 0. They can both equal to 0. However, one of them has to be 0 in order to have the product goes to 0. Okay, so that's just, it's called the 0 property because we're going to use this property to solve these quadratic equations. Right? Okay, give me more space. Bear with me for a second. Okay. Now we're going to do an example. Okay. Example. Okay. Example 1. We have x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. So in this case, our a is 1, our b is 2, and our c is negative 15. Okay, it is in the standard form. So first we can factor them out. This equals, okay, this goes to that, x minus 3 times x plus 5 equals 0. Okay, so 5 right here. So we know either x minus 3 goes to 0 or x plus 5 equals to 0 by using this 0 property, right? Two products, okay, two things timed together goes to 0. It must, one of them has to go to 0. So that means x equal to 3 or x equals to -5, right? Okay, so we have two solutions, and we can check this by substitute back into what we have in our original equation and see actually does it make sense. Okay, so when x equals to 3, okay, I'll use another color for checking. Check. Okay, when x equals to 3, we have 3 squared plus 2 times 3 minus 15. And it does, okay, it's 9 plus 6 minus 15. And it does actually goes to 0. Okay, so obviously 3 is one of the solution for this quadratic equation, right? Now we can check the second answer we got. If it's -5, we have -5, then square, plus 2 times -5 minus 15. Then we have 25 minus 10. Be careful, it's -5, okay? And then we minus 15. Yeah, it does come out to be 0. So both answers are correct. Okay, that's just one of the ways to actually check did you get the correct solution. Okay, so let's do another example by using this factoring method. Okay, it's a bit different. Okay, might not look like it is a quadratic equation, but it turns out to be yes. Okay, so we have example 2. We have 2x squared equals 3x. So now by solving this, we can try to write it, okay, into the standard form equals 0. However, okay, we have 3 terms in our standard form. However, this time we don't have a c, but we can think of c equals to 0. So it basically has a c, but it just equals to 0. So in this case, our a is 2, our b is -3, and our c is 0. By solving this, okay, we can factor it out as x times 2x minus 3, parenthesis equals to 0. So we have two things times together and goes to 0, applying the zero property method, the zero property again. Okay, so either x goes to 0 or 2x minus 3 goes to 0, which means x equals 3/2, okay, which is 1/2. So some people might ask, actually this could be tricky, because at this step where, okay, you see this and you see, oh, okay, both terms in this polynomial has an x. How about divide an x? You know, to simplify this, 0 divided by x equals to 0, so it doesn't matter on the right hand side. However, you cannot do that, because how about if x goes to 0? You can't divide a 0 because it's undefined, and you're going to miss this solution right here. X goes to 0 right here. Okay, if you divide an x, you're going to have 2x minus 3, and okay, 2x minus 3 goes to 0, but you miss this because you're dividing a 0. So be careful, okay? When you're solving these kind of equations, try to be careful about not dividing a 0 and don't lose a solution, Okay, so that's about it. Do some more practice and you'll get used to it. Alright, talk to you soon.